In this lesson I'm going to be talking about fretting the guitar, exercises around fretting with the fretting fingers to strengthen our finger isolation. So we're going to be just using the first 4 frets of the guitar. Now in this instance we're not arpeggiating the guitar, we're not strumming the guitar, we're going to be finger picking the guitar. Now I know you might be familiar with just using the thumb for the bass strings. I want us just to be using the index and the middle fingers to pluck the strings. Okay, so this is another style of playing. It would be more similar to using a pick, sort of using up and down strokes. So we're going to be playing what we call chromatic chords. Now again, I've put a link in the description to all the variations of the chromatic chords. I like to call these exercises finger crawls. So, because it's like your fingers are crawling on the guitar. Okay, so now this is not a speed exercise, not exercise to increase your faster playing or anything like that. It's an isolation exercise. Okay, so the key things when we look for when we play this is making sure that our fingers are always prepared directly above the fret and they are synchronizing with the alternation of our index and middle fingers. Okay, so we're going to play the first chromatic chord, chromatic scale. So let's just play the first on the 6th string. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you can see here my fingers are always very close to the string. Okay, they're not out here, they're not twitching all over the place when I'm moving the fingers. Now always again making sure that the finger is very rigid. Every knuckle is very rigid on the very tip of the finger. So 1, 2, 3, 4. The fingers are again as close to the fret as possible. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, we're looking for even rhythm, even sustain, and even tone. So we don't want one note plucked louder than the other or sustained less. We don't want to cut off the strings, and we don't want to have the tempo inconsistent. It always has to be continuous. Okay, so using your index and middle finger in alternation, just like as if we were walking, we would slowly progress through each of the 6 strings. Tips. No open strings, just 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Back down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, the same thing when going back down. We don't want our fingers to be, curling up underneath there. So basically keeping it you would probably need to, at the beginner stage, you probably would need to play it this quickly to control those fingers. Just prepared above the frets. Now this exercise again, you can look at your left hand, alright? So, because you are wanting to focus on your fingers. You could also play in front of a mirror and see it from that angle, how they're moving. But the key thing is to make sure that the fingers are as isolated as possible. You don't want to see any twitching when one finger comes down, the others, will do things like that or whatever. You want to always make sure you isolate them as much as you can. Okay? Now, the next thing is, in the description page there will be a link of all the variations of the 1 finger crawl. Okay, so 1, 3, 2, 4. You could work it out yourself. 1, 4, 2, 3. 1, 3, 2, 4. 1, 4, 3, 2. So there's a few combinations there. I would, even though it seems very boring to play, I still suggest to develop your ability to pluck and synchronize with your left hand fingers. Again, it's interchangeable with a flat pick, so ups. If you had a pick, just doing up and down strokes. But using the fingers, if you want to strengthen your fingers, it's alternating I am, I am, I am, I am. So that's focusing on more that style of playing when we play guitar, when we play like a melody or something like that, or a tune. We would use I am in alternation. Now again, you can get to the point where, of course, we're playing bass line with the thumb and alternating with the index fingers.